Hi lovelies, welcome back. So today I am taking a request. I asked in last week's video what topics you guys want me to cover, and somebody said, please talk about anger. So today we're going to talk a little bit about anger. And I have my beautiful prop, the wood stove, and that's because to me, there's something profound in metaphors. In case you guys don't know, my first book is entirely nature metaphors. And yes, today we are going to use a nature metaphor in terms of anger. So what is anger? Well, anger is a feeling that we get. And where do feelings come from? Well, all feelings come from thought, literally all of them. So anger is just what we call the form of an angry type feeling that we get. And that's really all it is. And I know it sounds simple and basic to say, well, all anger is having angry thoughts come through the system, but that's really all it is. We have thinking, and thinking can take a myriad of forms, and it does take a myriad of forms. And part of being human is that we get all of the forms. We don't just get a few of them. We don't just get the ones that we like or the ones that we are socially conditioned into thinking are acceptable. We get them all. And so anger is one of those ones that at some point or another we're bound to feel. And anger, like so many of our other feelings, look like it's coming from outside of us. It looks like it's more than just thought brought to life in the moment. It looks like it's coming from circumstances, people, places, or things. And that fundamental misunderstanding is behind everything, not just anger, but also with sadness, with anxiety, with guilt, with grief, with heartbreak. It all looks like we're at the effect of the outside world and feeling those things causing us to feel a certain way. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So the reason, and I have this gorgeous fire, other than the fact that I just absolutely love fire and feel super grateful to have this as the source of heat in my house, is because when we're angry and we don't understand what anger is and where it's coming from, then we innocently do a lot that prolongs it. And so the only difference between somebody who has an anger problem or goes to anger management or thinks to themselves, wow, anger is something that I really need to get a grip on. It's really taking a toll on my life. And literally every other human being who at times feels angry but doesn't really think it's a problem or give it too much thought, is the degree to which we are fueling that experience. So because I haven't done anything to the fire in a while, it's just kind of simmering. It's just, it's, the log is still on fire, but it's not really shaken up. It's not really fiery. It's not really in its state of kind of unrest. It's just chilling. It's just been chilling for a while. But if I take this log and I toss it all around and move everything, and then decide to throw this log on the fire, well, it's going to light up. And if I give it some oxygen, it's going to light up. It's going to light up. And that's what we do in our minds, is we don't understand that we naturally are self-extinguishing. So the same way that if I just let the fire chill for a while, it would have eventually gone out. It did go out. Went to dinner last night and didn't think I would be so many hours out of the house. So when I came back, there was a completely extinguished fire where there was an absolute raging fire when I left. And that points to the fact that, like all energy, fire is a form of energy, of course, in the physical world. And angry thoughts and feelings are just the kind of mental equivalent of this energy. It's going to go. It has to go. It has to extinguish. It has to leave at some point. And what makes us feel like we have a problem with anger or a problem with anxiety or a problem with depression is that we get in there, like I just did, and we shake stuff up and we move stuff around and we fuel it and we put a log on the fire and we give it oxygen and we give it our attention, we give it meaning, and we give it, oh, this is about me and it's personal and it's them and they've attacked me or made me feel angry or done something to me. And then we wonder why we have this kind of raging fire when we don't want to. Like this is what happens when we give energy to our thinking. And when we don't give energy to our thinking, it naturally extinguishes, it naturally corrects, it naturally settles down without us having to do anything. So the main thing to start to see around this is that anything, whether it's anger, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's loss, whether it's grief, whether it's guilt, does not matter the form it takes. Everything that human beings experience internally is energy. It's thought brought to life. It's the energy of thought coming through us and giving us a feeling in the moment. And if we don't know that but for us doing anything with it, it's going to put itself out the same way that this fire put itself out last night when I was at my girls' night, it's going to seem like, oh, it's our job to do something, to put it out, to get rid of it, to, make it our job to tame the fires. And it's really not. So where anger becomes a problem for people is they think, well, I'm feeling angry and I have to do something about it. So then they start thinking, well, what do I do? And the more it looks like it's coming from outside of us, the more we think, oh, well, I just can't ever talk to that person again, or I just can't engage in that topic again, or I just can't be in that workplace again, or I just can't go to that country again, or whatever it is that we think is the source of our anger. And the more we start to see, yeah, it doesn't work that way. What it really is thought in the moment. So if we don't do anything with it, if we leave it alone, it takes care of itself. If we don't think we have to technique it away or give ourselves a tool or get in there and fix it or manage it or solve it or do all the stuff we try to do with our human experience, it leaves. It has to leave. And if we do what I just did and start, putting logs on and stirring everything up and getting in there and trying to make it different, well, of course it lingers. Of course it gets bigger. Of course it stays around. Of course it looks like this thing is not self-extinguishing. Look at how it just totally kind of exploded when I did stuff with it. Well, that's the same with us. If we leave our anger alone, it leaves. If we do stuff with our anger, if we try to treat it or fix it or not feel it or feel better or do anything with our human experience, we end up fueling the flames. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. I loved actually getting to use this amazing fire that I'm so grateful for in one of my videos. And again, if you guys have any questions or topics or things that you want me to cover in these videos, please, please, please let me know. You can leave it in the comments below or just send me an email. So yeah, subscribe if you like these videos. They come out every Friday, and I will be back with you next week. Take care, my dears. Bye.